Okay, we're gonna start with the in-cab inspection, and I would like to start with the air brake check. In order to do the air brake check, I must have fully charged air tanks at air governor cutoff, which is going to be between 120 and 140 psi. Okay, we're checking our gauge, our air gauge, to make sure it's functioning properly, which it is, and that is climbing to air governor cutoff. Okay, that sound we just heard was the air governor cutoff, and it did cut off at 120 psi. So it tells us that system is working like it should. Okay, for the next test is going to be the air leakage test. Now, in order to do that test, I must have the engine turned off and have the ignition on and the parking brake turned off. And I'm going to hold the service brake down for 1 minute to make sure I don't lose 3 pounds of that 1 minute. Are you able to time me?
Yes.
Okay, starting now.
Time.
Okay, I did not lose 3 pounds in that 1 minute, so it shows me that system's also working like it should. For my next test is going to be for my air warning device test. For this test I'm going to be fanning the brake pedal down to 55 psi to make sure that my visual, my audible alarms both come on before I get to 55 psi. Okay, there's my visual and there's my audible, and they both came on before 55. In fact, they both came on at 60 psi. So it tells me that system's also working like it should. Okay, for the final test is going to be for my emergency brake pop-out test. In order for me to perform this, I'm going to again fan my brakes down, and I'm going to fan my brakes down in between 20 and 45 psi to make sure this pops out between those two numbers. Okay, as you can see, my parking brake did pop out, and it popped out at 35 psi. So it also tells me that system's also working like it should. Okay, that does complete my air brake check. And now I'm going to continue on with the rest of my in-cab inspection. Okay, my ABS light did come on and go off, telling me that my ABS system is working like it should. Next, I'm going to go ahead and check the rest of my indicators. Okay, there's my left turn signal indicator, our right turn signal indicator, a high beam indicator, and my four-way indicator. Next, I want to go ahead and inspect my windshield. Make sure my windshield is secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is clean and there's no illegal stickers. Next, I'm going to go inspect both my left and my right mirrors, making sure they're both secure not cracked, not bent, not broken. They are clean, no illegal stickers, and they are adjusted for me. Next, I want to go and inspect my wipers. I want to make sure they're both there, they're both secure, they're not cracked, bent, or broken, and the rubber streaks are not ripped or torn. And I'm also going to check to make sure they function, and also the washers also function properly, which they are. Next, I want to go ahead and check my heating system. First, I want to check when defrosters are working, which they are, and also my general truck heat is also working, which it is. Next, I'm going to go ahead and check to make sure my horn works, which it does. Okay, next I want to go ahead and inspect to make sure that I have my safety equipment. My fire extinguisher, I'm going to make sure it's secure and it has a proper charge. Proper charge is in the green. I got my 6 spare fuses, and I got my 3 red safety triangles, which are secured in the case. Okay, next thing I want to do is I want to check to make sure that my parking brake is working as it should. With the parking brake applied, and while the truck is in a forward gear, I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of throttle. Okay, the parking brake did hold, telling me that it is working as it should. While the truck is still in gear, I'm going to release the parking brake, and I'm going to make sure that the service brakes are functioning like they should. I'm going to pull forward at 5 miles an hour, making sure that the steering wheel doesn't move left or right. And if it did move left or right, it would tell me that I should get it serviced. Okay, the steering wheel did not move left or right, telling me that the service brakes are functioning like they should. At this point, this ends my in-cab inspection. I would like to move on to the exterior light check. Are you able to assist me on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I would need you to step out of the vehicle and go to the front of the truck.
Yep.